My name is Charlotte and I work in the Historic Clothing Department at the New Canaan Museum and Historical Society in Connecticut. So many people ask what our oldest dress in the collection is, and it's probably this one. It's from the late 18th century, so like 1780-ish. I've done videos on it before, but our director actually asked us to re-photograph it on a mannequin because she needs the image for the permanent exhibit, and before we only had images of it flat. I just want to preface this by saying that we are working very carefully in the video with this dress. The time-lapse just makes everything look ridiculously fast. I'm super excited to see this dress on a mannequin. It really makes the dress come back to life, and I will be the first to say that I know the petticoat is not accurate. It has a massive ruffle on the bottom, and it was the closest thing in the collection that we could find to put underneath the dress. The sleeves are wrist length and very tight to the arm, and the back drapes beautifully, which you can see here. Up close, it has a beautiful pleating on the hips and that typical V pattern that you see on the back of 18th century clothing. Up close, the fabric has motifs of small pagodas and what we would consider Eastern-influenced art due to the trade that was going on in the world at the time, especially with cotton textiles. And the garment has small holes on the elbow, which you can see here, but that's pretty good for almost 300 years old. The wrists have slits on the bottom to allow the hand to fit through, and you can see the plain lining inside there. And the hooks inside the front are not original. I have no idea who did these because they were definitely done before I got here when somebody thought they were doing conservation. I'm not sure the thought process. Maybe it was to help stabilize the dress on a mannequin for display. Who knows? You can see some more here at the top as well, and we just used them to hold the pins so the dress would stay on the mannequin, rather than putting pins through the dress itself. Otherwise, here is what the underside looked like as well. We actually layered two petticoats on top of each other. The one with less detail work went on top. We sorted through like 50 options before deciding on these. And lastly, to achieve the bell-shaped look of the period, we pulled two small bum pads from the collection and used them as hip pads. Here they are up close with some of the archival fluff to help support underneath to achieve that shape. So that's a little behind the scenes of what goes on underneath the dress. And these are our final photos that will go in the permanent exhibit and our database and maybe our newsletter, although the dress was featured before. So thanks for watching and let me know what you think.